Hello and welcome to Miner Plays an Age of Empires 2 Conquerors random game. So let's go. This one is Central America, which is a real world map. Same settings as before, random civilizations, so I'm Aztecs, which is quite fitting. And you would expect the other two to be Mayans or Spanish, but no, red is Turks, Suleiman the Magnificent, and green is Mongols as Krishlook. So the idea here is it looks like Central America. You have the majority of Mexico here, and I'm not sure at what point. It could be around here or something, but you start to get into other countries like Belize and Guatemala and all of that. But up here you have Cuba, and you have Jamaica, and I don't actually know what these islands are. So, but all of these islands here, especially this little bit down here, they can have gold or stone on me. The only thing really is this stone here and this relic here. So as I'm playing on hard as well, so there's a bit of difficulty there. But with red, well, I found out where they are, so I don't need to worry too much about that. And I'm just scouting around up here, see what other resources I've got, because I've just found this gold, which is very useful indeed. And if you have a look down here, you would think, yes, a tower here would be great. So I've got some, because I'm being attacked by crossbowmen, I thought I'll better build, create some elite skirmishers, get them out and get ready to take out the enemy as much as I can, because elite skirmishers against archers is a very good combination to have, and I didn't realise how good it was until recently when I started using them a bit more, especially after my other video about the skirmishers bonuses against archers. So I'm yet to build a tower here. I've got the resources. I do build a castle there, which probably is a bit of a bad idea, because if I had it about here, I could take out any units that come here. Only problem though is I would have lots of ships attacking, and them being Turks and Mongols, you would expect them to come at me with, cannon galleons and just destroy my castle. So that's why I didn't do that at all. And I'm just checking in my book. Where's the dock? Yes, the Mongols can get elite cannon galleons, which is quite odd because they rarely were around sea. Anyway, so where's my monastery? My monastery's here. I just heard a relic being picked up. So as you can see, I'm being attacked by red quite a bit here, and soon I create a castle here. There we go. I built the castle there. I built it a bit too close. So the main thing really that I've got to worry about here is I've got to protect my land here, and that's one of the reasons why I've got the castle here. But as you can see here, I've got being attacked here, but this is the big problem. That green came in with 8 Mankidae and a skirmisher, and you can see the amount of dead villagers that I've got around here, and I'll eventually get rid of them by use of these skirmishers. But that is such a huge detriment to my economy, and just an absolute pain that happened. And you can see these people have just been taken out, and the castle's hardly gone down in HP, so that's not a problem. But here's a cannon galleon, and it's in a silly position. Do I have any fire ships? I do not believe I have any fire ships at the moment. Do I? Yes, I do. But I'm using them to get rid of that. But I need. Fortunately, they're just getting rid of that dock, so I need to get rid of them. But I can only get fire ships, and they can get fast fire ships, which is a bit of a problem. But there's a galleon that's going to go, and here comes some more people. Oh, it's just a battering ram. Okay, that was easily got rid of by the fire ship, which should probably be another bonus thing that I'll do. Which fire ships against other ships. I reckon that would be a good one. So I've got this castle here that's protecting against this base here, and it depends where you are. For example, if you are here, you probably want a tower here just to look out. You probably could do with an outpost here just to scout anyone that tries to sneak round the back of you. But, oh, there's a dock here, and they're spending ages to get around. So I mainly focus on fire ships because, to me, they're the best ship you can have to counteract ships. And I rarely go for galleons, but I do often go for cannon galleons, just because sometimes I like to attack via land. So anyway, I've got some Jaguar warriors here, which are fully upgraded, so they get 5-4 armour, and they have 75 health, and they have 20 attack, which is brilliant. So got some trebuchets here, but unfortunately one of the things AI likes to do is if you destroy their gate, they will rebuild that gate. But anyway, I'm taking down the enemy here and just being attacked so many times here. So, but I've got 5 docks, and I should be creating some more fire ships because I am going to be attacked very soon. But I've got plenty of fire ships here, so that's not too much of a problem. I'm just taking out all these people, and in I come with some more skirmishers, some more Jaguar warriors. Just getting rid of all these people who... There we go, and I've got these monks who... I know that you can get an extra 5 HP for each technology that the monk go up by, that you research from the monastery, but I just don't... I end up not doing that much, because I don't really focus on my monks too much. If I can just heal my units, then that's fine. I might even just try a random game where I've got lots of monks as Aztecs, fully upgraded, and just see how well I can do against the enemy. You know, just as a simple one. So anyway, red is nearly gone. I don't think there's anything much here, so it's not going to do much. A town centre and a stable, so that should soon go, and a monastery there. So I've got some Jaguar warriors here, and I'm just sort of scouting around. But anyway, they've resigned, so that's not much of a problem. But in come green with loads more ships, especially cannon galleons, and I don't want them to get rid of this castle, because I could really do with that castle being there just to protect any land units that try to come in, because I don't bother about rebuilding this wall. But in I come to get rid of green, and Mongols are one of my favourite units, just because the Mangudai are good units, a good unit to have. You know, they can fire from range and they can move away quickly, so that's one good thing. So I've got, I believe, yes, here we go, Castle Barrett's archery range, and I've got some, well, actually no, that's there. No, I got rid of them anyway. So let's slow things down a bit. So, because if you are in this section here, it's a bit of a choke point. If you have, I mean, I've got some arbalest here, so I could have arbalest here, some more arbalest here, and therefore green wouldn't be able to attack me without me knowing. Well, green wouldn't be able to get past me without me knowing, unless they went round by sea. But because I'm attacking them by land by quite a bit, I don't need to worry too much about that. But their ships are coming back, and I don't have any fire ships. Come on, I want to create some fire ships. So as soon as I get some fire ships, I can get rid of that. And I believe at some point I'll create cannon galleons, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, quite 8 castles. I didn't realise I had that much. I mean, I've got what, 1, 2, probably got 3, 4 being built there, and I've got enough stone for another castle. But I've got quite a few town centres. I've got my beginning one. Yeah, actually that's another good point about maps like this. Make use of the amount of space that you have. I mean, I've got one town centre here, and I've got a lumber camp to get this wood patch up here, but I've created this town centre far away, and I've created this one also far away, because if you have them all spread out, then if one area gets attacked and you need to suddenly wall off, then it's a bit easier to do so, or build a castle, for example. So you can do that. I'm still being attacked here, so I believe I'm just creating loads of fire ships, but I miss this lot. But they're not going to be doing too much of a problem. However, if they had lots of transport ships coming in, then that would be a problem, because I would need to sort them out. However, they're not really going to do that too much because I'm attacking their base. But anyway, here comes some fire ships, and just come on, can you actually see that? Oh, I mean, their line of sight is terrible. If they had like 10 line of sight, that would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So anyway, got these castles going down here. I didn't realise how many castles they had. But anyway, let's just speed things up a bit. So, in come my trebuchets. This is where I could really do some cannon galleons to get rid of the enemy here. But somewhere there's a dock. Is that the only dock? I believe that is actually the only dock. How interesting. So let's see if I can get rid of that. But these fire ships are doing a great job. However, when they go up to the castle, they'll easily be taken out. So I've got some Eagle Warriors coming in, just because they're a bit cheaper than the Jaguar Warriors, and they can get to areas pretty quickly. Their armour, crikey. What? Okay, I didn't realise Elite Eagle Warriors had 4 natural armour against archers, so they have 3, 8. That is, wow. Okay, I didn't realise it was that much. I thought it, because the Jaguar Warrior has, if I can click on, there you go, 5, 4. and elite Eagle Warriors have 3-8, so they are actually quite good against archers. So anyway, I'm getting... oh, anyway, they've resigned, so that's not a problem. So that's Mexico. I think the main thing really to say is to wall off your area and make sure that you protect your other area. I mean, I've got some ships here to help out, but I could have really done with a castle here and maybe a tower on this little patch here, and then also a few more towers around here. I mean, I do have this outpost, and if it doesn't really work, so oh well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next part.